Distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the media, I want to thank the chairman and members of the Subsidiary Legislation Committee, Honorable Dr. Ayeni, and our colleagues who have stood still for the actualization of the constitutional rights guaranteed under Article 42 of the 1992 Constitution. Many of you going forward and into the future will appreciate the principled position we have taken as a political opposition and political minority, wary of our numbers. It is not a vote we could win or easily win, but we are persuaded to stand by the Ghanaian public, whose right to vote remains entrenched and guaranteed under the 1992 Constitution. We cannot fathom, nor appreciate or understand the desperation of President Nana Addo Dankwa and the incompetence of the Electoral Commission to want to compel Ghanaians to only two primary documents, a passport and a national identity card issued by the National Identification Authority. As many of you are aware, we are aware of foreign ministers, past and present, who have publicly spoken to the fact that there are Ghanaian passports in wrong hands and in the hands of foreigners. Indeed, much more recently, there was a conviction abroad of a Nigerian who was holding onto a Ghanaian passport. The national ID card so issued, not many have even gotten access to their cards. And an entitled right, you are now being told that somebody must vouch for you as a citizen. These are interesting times for Ghana. I don't owe my citizenship to the Electoral Commission, nor to the National Identification Authority, nor to President Nana Addo Dankwa or the New Patriotic Party. So none of us owe our citizenship or hold our citizenship at the pleasure of the President or the Electoral Commission. You have seen the due disregard of the Electoral Commission chairperson. Two incompetent instruments laid and withdrawn. She did not even appear before the Subsidiary Legislation Committee. We are particularly happy. Under Article 11, we don't have the numbers to have annulled the instrument. But we'll be guided that tomorrow, we in the NDC, we can make one pledge to you on behalf of President John Dramani Mahama, as he then was, Excellency President Mahama. Within 100 days of President Mahama being declared winner of the 2020 elections, we will make it natural for any Ghanaian attaining 18 years to walk freely to any office of the Commission to be registered as a citizen of Ghana, legitimate citizen. We will do that through the deployment of acceptable electronic technology, which will work into the future of electronic voting for Ghana. We thank you for the opportunity. Be guided by the vote, 106 to 92. We are defending the 1992 Constitution and the rights so guaranteed under the Constitution. We thank you very much. Let history be our judge. You saw even the attitude when the chairman of the committee wants to correct even his report. He is in denial. Tomorrow, we will see how reports will be corrected on the floor. When the chairman of the committee wants to make closing remarks, he is in denial. We will defend our democracy and let it be reported that this is the contribution of the NDC minority to the protection of Ghana's nascent democracy and its electoral processes. And what has happened today violates the integrity of any electoral process and therefore its outcome. We thank you very much. Chairman, you want to speak? But at least it was corrected for the record that this was a majority decision of 12 to 9. We stand by the Ghanaian people that they are entitled right at 18 to register to vote and to make reference to an identity card produced by the Electoral Commission. You can go to the Hansard. When we're setting up even the National Identification Authority, I insisted in 2005 that this mandate be given to the Electoral Commission. They said no. Compare the records. God bless. We don't intend to answer questions. Thank you.
So they're just ending the press conference in Parliament, and that press conference is coming on the back of the voting process that has just ended in Parliament, looking to approve the CI, essentially the report of the committee that sat on that CI, and then the CI eventually, because that's what the committee recommended the approval of the CI, and so it's like two things in one.